Welcome back. Welcome back, Gemini. Welcome. If this is your first time in this channel, thank you for being here. And I would expect that you probably have your Sun, Moon, Venus, or rising sign in Gemini, because this is a Gemini reading. And otherwise you're a cross watcher, which I don't blame you. Because Geminis are incredibly charismatic. So, I am just going to grab my cards here. Oh, we got an alarm, fire engine going off, or ambulance, something going off down the street. Red hot message. My cards in this deck. Alright, perfect. Here we go. Here we go, Gemini. Gemini, the third sign of the zodiac, the first of the air element signs. The air element loves information and communication, and it's all about this transferring of information with another and or the self and or the group. And the air elements, all of them, can tend to sometimes get a little bit caught up in their head. Whereas sometimes, you know, fire signs can take action without thinking. Air signs can really get caught up in their thoughts and maybe not so much take action. But Geminis, I mean, you guys are really intelligent and you are truth seekers. You really love facts and little tidbits of information that you can go out and find, you know, if they're true or not, and then put together your own theories and communicate them. Definitely about communication with the self, Gemini. So, Gemini, this is your reading. With that, you are a mutable sign, whereas the other ones have been the other two qualities, with Aries being a cardinal sign and Taurus being a fixed sign. Gemini, you are mutable. And the mutable modes, modalities, qualities, I've kind of heard them called all of those. There are 3 of them. I named all of them just a second ago, if you missed that. I'll name all of them one more time. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And the mutable signs are the ones that can be a lot more flexible, fluid, changeable. Cardinal signs are the signs that initiate a new season. So when spring begins, summer begins, fall and winter, when all of these seasons begin, that's also when these cardinal signs begin. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And the cardinal signs tend to really be able to take a leadership position, all from different perspectives and with different skill sets, mind you. But they're the cardinal directions, if you think of it like a compass, right? North, south, east, west. And then we also have the fixed signs, which are the signs that happen in the middle of a season. So they hold down the energy of that season. So Taurus holds down springtime, Leo holds down summer, Scorpio holds down the fall, and Aquarius holds down the winter. And each of those signs can tend to be a bit more they tend to be fixed. They tend to like to stick to what is going on. They're not like the cardinal signs that want to initiate the beginning of something new. And they're not the mutable signs like you, Gemini. I know we're going into this in your video, but apparently some of you Geminis really want this facts, you know, these facts and this information, so here it is. The mutable signs, you know, are very, very, they have to be chameleon-like because they move from one season and usher in the next. So Gemini happens as spring is beginning to turn to summer. But we have solstice when Cancer begins, right? The official beginning and start of summer. And then we have Virgo is a mutable sign that's holding this like feeling of summertime still, and then like the transition to fall. But the equinox happens with Libra, and Libra is that cardinal sign that initiates fall. And then, you know, so on and so forth. And I'll get into those again as we get into some of the other signs videos, just so that you Geminis can be like, can we get on with it now? We'd like our reading. Thank you. A little two-faced action. Woo! Channel of Mars and Geminis, all right. And I mean that really lovingly. I don't actually like see Geminis as two-faced. My father is a Gemini, and I've always really, really loved his personality and his charisma, and the way that he likes to learn things. So anyway, let's get on with your reading. You're a mutable sign. You can change your mind pretty quickly. You're kind of can be fickle, like the wind can change. So that would be one of the, you know, that's that two-faced shadow side. These are like shadow qualities. And when I talk about shadow qualities, it really just means some of those behaviors, tendencies, thoughts, habits that don't really serve you very well anymore. Maybe at one time they did. And now they're kind of like these hidden parts of you that hold you back in certain ways. And as we are, you know, raising our vibration here, which you probably believe in or are interested in if you are watching this, you know, if we're raising our vibration, then that really means we're attuning to more light and love in our body. As cliche as that sounds, light and love, it's like totally the truth. Ooh, strength. Gemini. Let's get some strength going for the Geminis. Alright, I know, I just went off on like 5 tangents. Sorry, let's go. What is it that Geminis need to know? Hello, wow, that you have the world in your hands. You've got lots of options. You're coming from a knowing that you, or a recent realization that you kind of have like the world in your hands in a way. It might feel like there are too many options, or you're not sure what to choose, or you might feel like you are limited in your options in some way, or have to choose one or the other, and you're not seeing that you can like kind of step back and get a bigger picture and see that there might be some other ways around this. So, all right. You've made a choice to separate. Choice to separate. What else is happening? Let me just kind of get these all laid out. I'll leave that there. Okay, okay. Wow, these are all love readings. Yes, they would be. Okay, wow. So some serious needing for healing. Some serious healing. Heart healing. Everyone's going through some heart healing. In different ways. Just making sure there aren't any that appeared upside down again. I went straight in with my Rider-Waite deck. Can we get one of the Sacred Traveler cards, please? And then I'll speak through this. But you're making a decision. You're making a decision to separate, so that there can be this new love. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Alright, Gemini, here's your reading. It's a love reading. This is such a beautiful card, too. One more time, look at her. so beautiful. This deck, Denise Lynn, Sacred Traveler. It's beautiful. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. So we are opening our heart. We are Gemini. Are we Gemini? We are definitely going through a serious needing for healing. And it's the card of Gemini. I mean, some of you are quite literally like going through a really big like separation, divorce. There's a change in the household. There's a change in the household, there's a change in the relationship, there's a change in the identity of who you thought you were in this versus who you know you have the options of becoming. So you've come to the realization recently that you have some new ideas and some new beliefs, including the belief that you are limitless. Can I go that far? Have you gotten that far yet with yourself? Because you are. And that you really have a lot of options, and more than you might even really be recognizing in this moment in time. But regardless, the best part of this is just that you're aware that you really have many options, and you can decide. You have the power to decide. That's the best part. You can decide. Doesn't have to be a decision made for anyone else or on behalf of anybody else. And so if that's a part of what you've been stuck with, I mean, it doesn't look like you're stuck anymore, or you're currently unsticking yourself, because congrats, like you've come to the realization that you really can believe in the truth and the fact that you can at any time create yourself or recreate yourself. Everyone's going through the ringer, and you guys are all being like champions. And this is, again, so that you can bring in new love. Here's the outcome card. Hello. And the advice. Hi. So what's happening right now? Lovers in reverse. They're Gemini. It's Gemini card. And when it's in reverse, it's a choice has been made. And in regards to love, which Voyage of the Heart, and with the Ace of Cups being in the outcome, plus the overall like meaning of this message is that there's a really big need for healing right now, and releasing of this old identity that felt very stable for you. So whether that was you were a husband or a wife or a partner, and now it looks as though you are ending this partnership so that you can move towards this new inspired love. Whether you've met a person who's inspired this, or you're just now aware that you really deserve the love that you deserve, you're aware of that and you're moving towards it. So, you know, it's a leaving behind of this. Two stories. It's a leaving behind of this old identity of who you thought you were, especially in this kind of authority, like I'm supposed to be high integrity and truth, but maybe it was a bit like, well, maybe the integrity wasn't quite there, or maybe your character was really challenged in this relationship, and so although you were this responsible authority figure, it was turning you into this really like cold, cutting, emotionally distant or cut off, potentially even like going as far as lying, not being truthful, not being honest to yourself, and or not being honest to others. So there's everyone is leaving behind old ways that they were so far, all the readings. And everyone kind of is working through it in a different way. With you, it looks like you're kind of just taking your power back because you know that you are worth this like love experience. And at the very, very least, you're prepared to go at it alone so that you can heal and fill up yourself with love, which is, I think, a big mission for all of us as individuals, is to really learn how to love ourselves in healthy ways so that we can then really give to others. Have I been all bright this whole time? Yeah. What's the sky like? A little bit of golden hour action. I might have missed it slightly, but oh yeah, you can see it in the palm tree. We're gonna do that for a minute. Hope you don't mind that I just made it dark. But you're really on a mission here to heal, and you're leaving behind something that was very imbalanced. And you might have a fear of like finding that again and not really finding the love that you're looking for. There could be a fear of you feeling like jealous or envious, or that this other person could be jealous or envious, or a bit like explosive. There's like two people here, both in their shadow qualities. One is kind of cold and emotionally distant, like a masculine energy. Could be a woman, but someone who has kind of like a masculine energy in them, whether they're a male or female. They're definitely emotionally distant right now. And then there's a feminine, distorted feminine, or feminine in her shadow showing up in kind of like the future position. Like this is something to be aware of, whether this happens for you and you are her, or you come up against someone who kind of carries this energy at or around you. Emotionally explosive, fiery, feisty, angry, vengeful, jealous, envious, just mean. It's the Queen of Wands, like tilted sideways, so it's the distorted Queen of Wands, and she's a bitch. She's not nice, and she's real intense. And it looks like things are not going to be able to move forward very smoothly at this time. Like you kind of know that this is the beginning of maybe some more heightened emotions or interactions in the future. But you're also kind of aware that like that's the step that needs to happen right now, so that you can at least speak your truth and move into a position, even like physically maybe relocating to a place where you can nurture yourself, where you're around people that can help nurture you, and where you can like regain and restabilize. Yeah, like you're over being bored, you're over being dissatisfied, you're over being like you honestly, you or someone around you. Okay, Gemini. Okay, another story is coming out. So it looks like this is you who's cut off emotionally. You've like ended this. You've made the decision to end this relationship with potentially a fire sign, or someone who is very highly emotional and doesn't always like control their emotions really well when they're upset. Take that how you want it, and it's like that like that's the ending. They know that this is the ending, but there's gonna be some like stuck. In Chinese medicine, we call it like stagnant liver qi, where it's like where that anger, frustration just kind of bottles up until it explodes from keeping it in. So, hi Gemini. Hi Gemini. Don't worry. You are definitely moving into a position where there's going to be a lot of healing. It's just like you know that you need to get yourself in a position where you can heal. And so the steps that you have to take right now is ending this. And yeah, it's all because you're inspired by the fact that you deserve love. And again, whether you've met someone who's inspired this or you just come to the realization that you deserve love, you deserve love. So I hope that helps. Can I get one more card to clarify the advice card here with the Six of Cups? Like, it's like to reunite. So to reunite with people, if there is someone who's inspired this love, then yeah, like putting your defenses down, letting your defenses down. And although you feel beaten and battered and bruised from this other situation that you're ending, and you know that there might be some more like that you have to go through, it's okay if there is this person on your mind that feels like a heart connection, and that you can feel that love with. You don't have, don't lose hope about this, and also like recognize that by going through this kind of challenging journey that you're on in order to get love, that you are being more honest with yourself, and that you might not even really be recognizing this in you right now, but the fact that you are moving into your integrity and speaking your truth that isn't enjoyable for maybe others to hear. And be careful with how like cutting your tongue can be, because hi Gemini, I mean, you can be this. This is an air element king here. So just state your truth just as honestly as you can without there being your own anger maybe behind it, or without wanting to like punish or be overly cruel or cold. Just be honest. And as you do that, you're stepping into your power. By taking action and making this decision and taking action on it, you're moving from like a distorted male, and you're taking the correct steps to not just a king, but the emperor. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys there. I hope that helps. Let's see, are you still warm? Cancer, you're up next. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here with me, and thank you so much for liking and sharing with others if you think that this is a message for them, and subscribe if you feel it, and I will see you guys in the next video.